Yo, so I wanted to take a second and talk about the importance of lineage in music. The way I look at music is it's a conversation. Is an ongoing, forever conversation that's always happening between artists. And as an artist, you have a couple responsibilities. One of those responsibilities is to bring something new to the conversation, whether you're building on things that have already been said or you're adding new perspective, uh, new ideas. But another responsibility is to carry on the legacy of the conversation that's happened so far. And what I mean by that is like all of the influence that you have as an artist is your responsibility to make sure that they continue to live by allowing their influence to show in your work, not shying away from it, obviously paying your dues, paying respects, but also, teaching the next generation of listeners how to listen to music and teaching them where things come from. Paying homage to the legends of the past and the legends that influence us as artists. Like, as artists, our job is to know music deeply and to be the biggest fans of music. And we have to pay that forward to anybody that listens to us. We have to put them on. We can't really gatekeep our influences because if we do that, they die. And we're never anything without our influences. And so, we have to keep them living and we have to spread the word about, where things come from and how the conversation got started. And so I think, it's just important to show your audience uh how you came to that point in a conversation, how you got inspired by the artists before you or even your contemporaries. Um and I think, like that legacy is so important to keep legends alive, and keep music alive. Because we can lose recipes. Even if we bring new ideas, we want to make sure that we still know our recipes, we still know our legends, and we have a genuine love and interest and curiosity for the history of music. And I say that all to say, like, when I was making kickflips, that was me going directly to the source of the shit that I grew up listening to, like listening to music really young and making music really young. And when I first started, it was like the early 2000s in the Bay Area, and E40 was my favorite rapper. The first type of rapper that I wanted to be when I first made a song is like I wanted to make hyphy music. I wanted to make some shit like E40 and Matt Dre and Too Short, and these Bay Area legends. And that's really like the roots of what I do. And so even though my music has maybe taken a left turn from some of that stuff, it's like that's still the influence and those are still like icons to me. And so really what I wanted to do was reopen the conversation of where some of that influence came from. And so when I did kickflips, I actually had used the instrumental from E40's quarterbacking with the clips. And by the way, the clips is also another huge influence on me. Um and like some of my favorite rap music of all time. But really me doing this rendition is like me paying homage to those legends, to talk about how I got inspired so much from the movement in that era in the early 2000s, and how that fueled everything I do now. I really just want to pay it forward. And hopefully my audience that didn't know, maybe some of y'all like kickflips and you didn't know that that's actually an E40 song. Go listen to it now. Like it's quarterbacking by E40 featuring the clips. It's an EA ski beat. It's a classic. And it was huge at one point, and there's a whole generation of people that don't know what it is, and that's like local legend. And so this is me paying it forward and trying to keep the conversation going and keep the legacy alive, but obviously doing it in my own way with my own perspective. And yeah, man, like legacy and lineage and music is everything, and we have to keep our legends alive. Just like I grew up in the East Bay. I'm a Native American from the East Bay. My family's always been in the East Bay, and I feel so blessed to be here. And I wouldn't be nothing without the people that inspired me to make music. And yeah, man, forever like just paying my respects and love to all of the legends. Yeah.